Hello everybody, it's June here again, and today I have a slightly different video for you. Um, I am going to do a video just to show you my favorite fragrances for the spring and summer. So the reason I'm distractedly messing around here is because I have one of the perfumes in my bag at the moment, so I'm just taking it out so I can show you. So yeah, these are all kind of what I would consider fresh, light fragrances. A few would be sort of summer evening scents, ones that I would consider sort of more suitable for evening time. They'd be a little bit more intense, maybe a little bit more, have a bit more oomph, but they would more make me think of a hot summer night than maybe a cold winter's night. So I am dropping things, by the way. That's the various noises you're hearing. Yeah, so I'll just press on. I have some notes here just to give you an idea of what are actually in these various perfumes. So you could maybe judge yourself, based on what, perfumes you might like too. And I'd love to see or hear from you about what you particularly like. Because I love trying new perfumes, and I have a burgeoning collection of perfumes, and but I always think there's room for more. So the first one is Eau de Lancome, which is this one here, and it comes in this beautiful green, beautiful bottle. It's the juice itself is green, and there it is there. This has been around since about 1976 or so, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but it has been around for a very long time. This was, I think, Lancome's first kind of permanent fragrance that they released, and it is really iconic. It is a beautiful, for me, it's the most kind of, it's the greenest fragrance that I own. It's extremely, what would you say? It's very, very intense and fresh initially. It has a lot of citrus notes in it. The notes you're getting: lemon, tangerine, bergamot. So those kind of sharp citrusy smells come in at the top, and then underneath that, then you're getting some kind of floral notes. So there's some lily of the valley, jasmine, rosemary, and basil. So it's also got some herbal notes there as well. So it smells very it's very arboreal almost. It's very natural and bracing. I really love it. The base notes then are kind of woody, so you're getting and mossy. So you're getting moss, musk, vetiver, those kind of scents in the base notes. So it's a very long lasting perfume. When you spray it on, it's going to last a very long time. It's a really distinctive scent. You'll pick that up on anybody. You'll know exactly what it is straight away. So that's one I absolutely love. It's just gorgeous. The next one is Ascent by Issey Miyake. This one here, which comes in this really cool, simple bottle. I really love that. It's more an oriental, on the oriental side of things, more woody, floral sort of scent. Certainly doesn't have those kind of green notes that you're going to get in the Eau de Lancome. There's jasmine and hyacinth, verbena, and lemon. There are cedar notes in here as well, and also some galbanium. So the cedar provides the sort of woodiness, which is sort of the heart of this fragrance. It's underlying. Beautiful, just lovely, typical oriental sort of woody floral scent, and I really love that. It's quite a long lasting scent as well. In some ways it reminds me of the old 4711 sort of eau de cologne, but it's much more complex than that. It's very sophisticated, and I really love it. As you can see, I've used lots of it. I'm wearing it today, but you can't smell that, obviously. The next one I have is Gucci Flora, which is one of my favorite for just a summer's day, and it comes in the most beautiful bottle. That is so, so pretty. I have this for about a year, and I use it in the summertime. I really love it. It's a very open-hearted sort of fragrance. It's just, there's nothing complicated about this scent. It's just a bunch of flowers in the face, basically. Citruses at the top and peony. It's got rose, osmanthus, and then patchouli and sandalwood then in the base notes. So it does have a slightly more sensual undertone to it, but it really is the most beautiful, you know, you're wearing a flowery dress kind of scent. Um, yeah, it's very, very nice. I love that. Then for other ones, then another one I particularly like to wear, well, I wear it all year round, but one I think kind of suits the summer, particularly if you're in the city. You know, this is a very, very modern, clean fragrance. It's Gucci Envy. I like my Gucci fragrances, some of them. Gucci Envy is an absolute classic. This is, to me, it typifies the sort of kind of ambitious, sort of modern, sort of femininity. It's a very, very clean fragrance. It's described as a metallic, having a metallic note, kind of dressed in florals. Quite what that's supposed to be, I don't know, but it really, it's just such a classic fragrance. I absolutely adore it. In terms of the notes, it's got a lot of kind of green sort of notes in the top. It's jasmine, hyacinth, lemon, lily of the valley, rose, magnolia. Then after the dry down, then it's got some woods, musk. It's very, very kind of minimalistic sort of fragrance. Definitely a sort of cool metallic top with much more sensual base notes there, but quite green and woody. It's an absolutely gorgeous fragrance, and I would urge anybody to try it. It's a classic, an absolute classic. What else have I got here? For another one for day, which I really like, is Gucci Eau de Parfum 2, which comes in this amazing bottle. Now, the original Gucci Eau de Parfum is quite an intense, heavy sort of scent. It's quite a wintry sort of scent, I think. But this one is just the absolute diametric opposite. It is just so summery, and it's quite quite a wearable fragrance. It's not an ambitious fragrance at all. You're not necessarily going to make a statement with this, but it's just refreshing. And what is in it is let me see. I can't read my own writing here. Yeah, it is casual. It's described as kind of innocent and light and casual, and it is. It's quite a young fragrance, but it doesn't, you know, it doesn't have that sort of bag of sugar sort of smell, bag of candy smell that some of the younger fragrances have. It certainly is layered. It's more floral. It's definitely one that anybody could wear. A lot of fruit notes in this. It's got orange, blackcurrant, mandarin, and blackberry, and you can really smell all that fruit in there. At the top, it's got some violets, some musk and cedar as the base notes. So that's where that little bit of sophistication creeps into it, is in the base notes, those nice woody accords to counterbalance the sort of sweetness of the fruit. So it's a very, very nice fragrance, and I haven't really seen very many people talk about it, but I really like that. The bottle weighs a ton and it looks really cool. Fragrances I would wear for evening time in the summer. This one, although I mean this is kind of a multitasking one, this is one of my favorite perfumes of all time. It's not that easy to get hold of sometimes, but you can find it. I'll leave some links below to various perfume websites that I use. And this is Shiseido Zen. And this is probably one of the few perfumes. This and the Gucci Envy are two of the ones that I've actually purchased more than once in my life. And I just absolutely adore this perfume. It's a classic Oriental fragrance. Um, the top notes are quite citrusy. Again, there's grapefruit, bergamot, orange, blue rose. And then the kind of middle notes would be more floral, much more floral, violet, lotus blossom. Um, then the base notes are quite rich, so there's a lot of patchouli. Again, there's cedar, amber. It's it's just a really intimate perfume. You spray it on, and it's one of those ones that you're not necessarily going to advertise to the world that you're wearing it, because it doesn't it's not a very strong or intense scent, but it seems to it'll linger around for yourself, and it's just one of those that you'll smell it and you know you're wearing it, and it's just one of those ones that you sort of go, oh, that smells really good. All day, and I really adore it. And this is the it's just I also have this original bottle of Shiseido Zen Eau de Cologne, which is quite hard to get hold of now, and this has been around for a very long time. This was brought out in 1960s, I think. And then this is kind of a modernization of this perfume here. They're quite similar, but this is a much more green kind of scent than this one here. And this comes in sort of old-fashioned sort of splashy bottle. And what else for evening time then? Three that I have that are definitely nighttime fragrances. The Zen is kind of a crossover. This one here is Clinique Aromatics Elixir. Again, this is one I've repurchased several times throughout my perfume wearing career. I absolutely adore this fragrance. It is so distinctive, and it's not something that a lot of people wear. But if you waft by somebody wearing that, if they've ever smelled this perfume before, they'll go, oh, you're wearing Aromatics Elixir. It is so distinctive. And I absolutely adore it. It's quite a strong, heady fragrance, but it sort of, to me, it reminds me of like a summer garden at nighttime, if you're out after dark in the summer and you get all these amazing smells begin to sort of waft around at night. And that's what it makes me think of. It's got verbena, sage, and jasmine. There's some tuberose in there as well. The tuberose really shines through in this fragrance. You can really smell it. And tuberose is a very exotic, it's a very exotic scent, and it's kind of a tropical scent. A jungle, I think it's sourced from jungle areas. But it is very distinctive and quite intense. Ylang ylang, it's got oak moss and patchouli, sheep and vetiver, so the kind of trailing off notes are quite green. So it is a very botanical scent. It's very almost kind of what would you say? Almost therapeutic in a way. It's very relaxing and very exotic, and so I love that for nighttime. Another one I really like for evening, and I actually wear this some days as well, would be the Harajuku Lovers Little Angel. And I mentioned this before several times in different videos. I was amazed at how beautiful this scent was. I really love it. It's quite a simple sort of scent. A lot of fruit accords in it. It's got raspberry, cranberry, pineapple, and then it also has violet rose, hinoki wood, and amber. So the dry down is again a lot more complex. This is not your typical girly fragrance. It's got a little bit of oomph to it, and beautiful for nighttime, for evening wear. It's just so tropical. It just gives that lovely tropical scent, or kind of what would you say? Yeah, it does. To me, it just reminds me of something kind of tropical and verdant and laden down with ripe fruit. That's the way I imagine this perfume. So it's gorgeous for summer. And the last one is Thierry Muglier's Alien, which is the weirdest fragrance in the world. It's a very strange perfume, but it, again, to me, because the top notes are quite citrusy, it's got this total sort of dichotomy. It's a very polarized fragrance. It's got kind of grapefruit and citrus notes at the top, and then it's kind of counterbalanced with this very intense woodiness, and it just blows your mind. Actually, it's not for the faint-hearted. I really prefer this to Angel. Angel just makes me vomit. It's way too cloying. This one it really means business. I mean, it's quite a strong fragrance, but the contrasting accords are just enough to kind of make it win, you know. And it's really, I like it for summer because of the citrus accords and that kind of muskiness. It's just very, very nice for a sultry kind of summer nights. Not that we have many sultry summer nights in Ireland, believe me, it's usually pissing rain. But yeah, when we do get them, it's good. So that's it. Those are my favorite fragrances for summer. Absolutely adore them. Every one of them. I've certainly had this. I've had Eau de Lancome several times. I've had Gucci Envy several times. I have purchased this several times. And Shiseido Zen I have bought a few times as well. So these are all perfumes that I use every day. Not all together though, because I would be arrested if I did that. They're all beautiful. So tell me what you think. Tell me if you like any of those, or if you have any suggestions. Just going on what my preferences there are. Do love my sort of woody type fragrances. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit different and it's very hard to talk about perfumes, but I just wanted to show you those because I really just do love them all so much. So take care of yourselves. I have a little haul video now, which I'm just about to record. And so take care of yourselves. Be good. And I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye. Oh, knocked over some bottles.